G'day, welcome to Real Action. Michael Guest, Jack Nolan, James Forster. We're one short at the moment. Big Roy Andrew Symonds is supposed to be joining us. I think he might have had a bit of a sleep in. He's got 5 minutes. One thing you can't do is be late for a fishing trip. Here he is, boys.
You going to let him on, Guesty, or what?
Well, yeah, no, we will.
Oh, fair enough.
Sorry I'm late, fellas.
It's all right, mate.
Commonly known as the most unreliable bloke in Queensland.
Back in the days when you were playing cricket, Johnny Buchanan as the coach and whoever you had as captain, you cutting it being late like that, really?
Yeah, oh well, before we start, most unreliable bloke in Queensland.
Yeah, no, well,
you probably knew that.
Tick, we got that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Third warning, tick. That's your third warning, isn't it?
No, we played a game in Adelaide, and I remember the manager coming into my room twisting my big toe. My gear was all over the floor. He goes, "We're going."
So you slept in?
Correct.
It's so
He
like
gathered
today,
it.
similar to the...
So I went snooze and I hit stop, I think, today.
Righto, okay.
So
it's
my
different.
excuses are getting vast and wide, I must admit. But yeah, so anyway, I packed my port and I raced downstairs and I see the bus chugging out and going. Cab rank just there, fortunately. Cab in it.
Right.
Dive in the cab.
Have you done the undercut?
Yeah. So I dive in the cab, beat him to the airport. I thought, oh, right, I'm back. Boys.
They still dirty on
Are
it?
you carrying all the Queen now, getting your own transport?
Wow, that's a long run from Townsville. That's a bit over 3 hours. I think it's taken us to get out here. Myrmidon Reef, so we're a long way. Just make sure before you head out on a trip like that, we're in the big brand new boat here, 7.6 metre boat, but absolutely chock-a-block full of fuel. I think we hold about 380 litres on this boat. You've got to be self-sufficient. We haven't seen a boat, I don't think, so far, so we're out here. It's a long way, but I've got to tell you, super pumped. Boys are just getting rigged up in the back corner here. We've just put the electric motor down, found our spot, and hit that spot lock button, so it's time to drop and see what we can catch. Let's do it, mate.
Let's get him, mate.
Well, Jack would have had this all rigged for me, but anyway. Clocking off.
Oh, slack.
You on the bottom?
No.
I've got a fish on, but...
Got a big one?
No.
He's probably got a little bit, isn't he? What do you got? We'll get Jim to identify it if we don't know what it is. What? Do you know what that is?
It's some type of cod.
I'll grab
Oh,
that sinker.
well done, Roy. That's a beautiful fish, mate. He's a Maori cod, fella.
Cracker.
Absolute cracker. He's a decent sized one too, mate. He's a good sized fish. Beautiful fish up here on the reef. Oh, look out, Guesty's on now too.
I'm on in the background
Yes,
there, boys.
way to go, Guesty.
I'll count you down, Guesty.
Is this the first time you caught one of these?
146, 140.
Oh, come on, give me 2 metres of
First
that
time you
lift.
caught one of these, Roy?
No, I have caught them before,
Yep.
but that's probably the biggest one I've caught.
He's a nice fish,
Yeah,
mate.
he is, yeah.
Nice fish, well done.
Oh, hang on to that for me, Jim.
Got him, mate.
You're like I've got one of those books at home, like Fishes of East Coast Australia, but you're like the human version of this, Jim, so you can tell me what that is, because I've never caught one of these.
That's a beautiful comet cod, Guesty.
Comet cod.
He is, mate. He's not a bad size one either. Now, you'll get a lot of these fish around that sort of 38 to 40 centimetre mark.
Yep.
Obviously, he's a little bit bigger than that, this boy. But beautiful fish.
It's got that wicked sort of pattern on it. I haven't seen that before. And there's so many different cod in that cod family. You get that wire-netting cod, honeycomb cod. They're a cool looking critter.
Yeah,
of
you
course,
got-
blacks and estuaries, but yeah, he's a bit different, that bloke. Roy's packed it in over here already. He's sitting down having a drink of water, so I don't know if he's going to do
I
that.
wanted to see Roy try and rip one out of 300. I really did.
Awesome.
There's nothing better than a day on the water, but you want to make it home safely. So remember, one of the most important pieces of safety gear is your life jacket. 8 out of 10 boaters who have drowned in New South Wales were not wearing one. The new jackets come in a range of designs, so they won't get in the way, whether you're chasing a big one or just taking in the sights. Whenever you're out on the water, make sure you and all the crew put one on. Marine Rescue New South Wales volunteers saving lives on the water.
Ooh. Yeah. Good one? Yep.
Got him on?
Yeah.
Righto. Well,
Don't know if I could talk,
Mate.
Guesty.
I am looking after you like you got no idea, because I've got a shark. The shark's eating my metal, well, eating the fish that ate my metal jig, which I reckon was a good fish. And I'm keeping the shark occupied so that Roy can get his fish to the top. But actually, I think oh, there we go, he's gone. It's the end of that. So now, you've got to hope that I annoyed him enough not to eat your fish. What do you reckon?
That's what I'm hoping.
Listen to you puffing, eh? Mate, get this one up and you can go and stand at fine leg and have a cold drink. Oh, I got my jig back.
Colour.
Pulled out. A couple of little tooth marks in there, but not too bad. What do you got, bud? You have got... Oh, what have we got there? That's a pretty interesting looking critter.
Might be one of those sea brim.
Wow, check him out. He's a cool looking thing. Swing him around here.
What do you got there, Roy?
Well, you tell us.
Nice fish, mate. These ones we know as an iodine brim.
Oh, right, eh?
They basically eat like a Robinson sea brim, or very similar to a Robinson sea brim. But mate, that's a beautiful fish, Roy.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Send him back on his way, eh?
Yeah.
Sneak him in there. He's got to make it back past that shark. I'm sure he will. Off you go, bud. There he goes.
Yep.
I thought of getting a little bit heavier as it's coming up, but not really. Hey, look at that. Hey, check the colour out on that, Roy.
Yeah, nice tomato cod, I believe they're called.
Tomato cod on the jig. He was going nowhere, this fish, so have a look where that jig's caught. So that jig is pinned, that bottom hook's gone back into there, and the top one's pinned him right through the top where he's eating it. So that, I've got to tell you, that's a super colourful looking fish.
Yeah.
His
Yeah,
eyes
very
are sort of gone there a bit. We're in 100 metres of water. Got plenty of ice today. Imagine Jim coming in here for a sec. That's legal size, tomato cod.
Yes, mate. 38 for those guys, Guesty. That's actually one of the bigger tomato cods that I've seen, mate. That's a sensational fish, man.
I'd imagine, like anything in the reef here that's red, it's quite a good eating fish.
Very tasty,
Okay,
Guesty.
we'll do the right thing with this one and we'll bleed him. He's not going to go back. And
I can hear Roy's stomach grumbling
Roy's
already
stomach.
for that one,
Hang
eh?
on, just who wound this one in?
Jimmy's doing the chips.
Oh right, I think I might get this one. He's a good-looking fish, that one.
He's a pearler, mate. Well done.
I'm on there, boys.
Good work, Guesty.
Yeah, it was sort of on the way back up a little bit.
You need to come on. Okay, over.
You can pull hard on these things. This one's P5 to 8, so 50 to 80 pound. 50 pound braid, some 80 pound leader. And I've got that 150 gram jig on. And I'm puffing. I was pulling pretty hard there early. Bit of colour there, Roy, as they say. Tea leaf trevally, I think, on the jig. And you can see why they do the jig at trevally. It's just action stations for the trevors. Looks like a fleeing bait fish. He's got that bottom hook pinned underneath there. That'll come out. No problems in the world. We'll just ditch that out. And you can see it hanging down there. So it's got like a heavier part of it. The heavier section is at the bottom. So it's sort of a bottom weight jig, so it really slides around and skids down into that sort of strike zone, and then if you crank it back up, you'll catch fish like this, cobia. I've caught all sorts of fish on jigs, and of course, back down south where I come from, that's a great way to catch kingies as well. Off you go, bud. Where are we heading, Jimmy? Just over here?
Yeah, mate, we'll just head over to that one there, Guesty, and have a look.
Now, you're a bit of an interesting character being a commercial fisherman, but you've also got this cool thing called the fishing apps where you're teaching wreck anglers how to catch different species. I know you've got the coral trout one out, and you're going to also do some of this deep water stuff too, yeah?
Yeah, that's right, Guesty. So on the back of my commercial stuff, I love working with recco fishermen.
Yep.
We've got a coral trout guide out to help the reef angler, the novice who wants to know a little bit more.
Yep.
We're going to move into some red emperor and deep water flame snapper in the next year. But for anyone who wants a little bit more knowledge and experience on the reef,
It's all there.
jump on and have a look.
Ah, good stuff. Good on you, mate. Righto, let's get another fish, eh? You just see the lines going down through the water column there now. These fish look like largemouth nanagai, red emperor, fantastic showing. I've actually got a 1 kilowatt transducer with high and low chirp on this boat, on the big girl, and it's doing a fantastic job. So I'm in high chirp at the moment in that 70 metres, which I'd use to about 150 metres, and then once we get out over the shelf, we'll go into low chirp. So 1 kilowatt can make a big difference, but plenty of show, and if we spin this way, I reckon Jim's on. There you go. So just going back here for 2 seconds, come back with me. This here, that show equals bent rods and lots of fish. And I think, Andrew might be on and Roy's on in the back there as well.
Oh, nice red bass here, guys, eh? Taking the knife jig.
Oh, yes, the red bass. I'll just help you out there. It is all happening here. So I've got, Roy's got a fish over here. Jack's on there, and we've got a nice red bass there. Beautiful stuff. Well done, bud.
And off he goes. See ya, boy.
Nice little spangled emperor, beautiful blues, yellows in their fins.
Geez, he's a beautiful fish, Roy.
Mate, we'll slip the hook out of him, I reckon we dart him straight back in.
Commonly known in North Queensland as a yeller, but spangled emperor. Awesome fish. Well done, mate. You want some pliers?
No, I'm good to go.
Oh, mate, I've got some colour here.
So Roy got a spangly and we had a red bass, and that looks like, oh yes, it's red, it is red. Oh, wow. I reckon, has he busted your sinker off? No, it's there. I think he's well hooked. I just don't want to lose that fish on you, mate. And you got the sinker, that's yours. You hang on to that, big fella. That is a seriously nice fish. We wanted a red emperor and we've got one. Look at that.
You know what, mate?
Wow.
That's my first red emperor.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yep.
Get in here, Roy. First red emperor for this bloke.
Congratulations, mate.
Cool fish. Biggest red emperor you've ever caught?
12.5 kilos.
Is that just showing off, or?
No, it's not. They come a lot bigger than that. Down 1770 Fraser way, they get them up over 20 kilos.
But out of Townsville here, this is your average nice one?
That's a nice one, yeah.
That's a nice one. So then do they go like crackers, oh my God, and holy something
Holy
else that we
smokes,
can't say?
yeah.
Smokes. Oh, smokes. I was looking for a word. Smokes is good, so we'll go with that. But we're pretty happy to see that right now.
100%.
Yeah, beautiful fish, mate. Well done.
That did not take long. Just hit the bottom, and they're feeding. Yeah, got him on.
Hook up.
Oh!
Look at these boys go.
I'm on, son.
I know.
Are you on as well?
I can only talk when I'm exhaling.
So it's lift and breathe in and then exhale on the
talk.
way down. Talk on the way down. Head shake, head shake. Hey, what is that, Roy?
Oh, it's one of these blue cod, blue dog.
Tell mate, I know what I've got. I've got a red one. Oh, check that thing out you've got.
It's a stonker.
Oh, wow, look at that thing. So that's a blue cod.
Yeah.
Blue Maori cod.
Blue Maori cod or cattle dog
Cattle dog cod.
Cattle dog.
Yeah.
Did you name them cattle dog cod?
Yeah, I like to, a bit partial to a cattle dog, but yeah, that's...
Now, I've got a little red emperor. What's the legal size for red emperor in Queensland? 55?
55 is the
I don't reckon he's going to make it, so I'll get the hook out of him and get him back in the water straight away. So beautiful fish like that, but they've got to be bigger, so don't forget that. When they're juvenile, red emperor, black and white.
They can be all different colours. They're usually a lot redder when they're younger, and then as they get older, they lose a bit of the red. Yeah,
right. Oh, Roy.
Oh, Roy.
Double hook up here, eh?
Yes.
I just went for the jig, you went for the bait.
Yep.
And what are you thinking? Are you getting some good head shakes telegraphed there, or?
Yeah.
So you're thinking it might be?
I'm thinking it might be.
I'm thinking red.
Red emperor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a red bass. It is. Oh, that's a solid red bass, Roy. Oh, look at that football.
I might slide over you, mate.
That way. Mate, that's a horse of a red bass. He swallowed that hook. What we'll do, look, we're going to release this fish straight away. We'll cut that off and get that out of the way. What I do have in the gunnel, which is a really handy thing, is I've got what's called a release weight. So we'll just pop that heavy release weight in there, eh, Roy?
Yep.
And that'll get him back to the bottom. Just pop that in there like that. We'll lift him up. You got that line there, bud. Oh, he's kicking away there, and that weight, and you lower him down, mate. Away you go. And he's going straight back down to the bottom. So that's the go. These they're really good for barramundi. You get them in slightly deeper water and they get barra trauma, all sorts of fish. I use them at home for dewies as well, for mulloway. So let that down. So that'll probably do you, I reckon, about there.
And then when they get down a bit, just wind it up and just a good tug, and then that comes straight out of his lip. And he's gone.
Yeah, so he's gone back down the depths, pressurises his swim bladder, and he can swim off and play another day. I don't know if we actually got to the jigging techniques, but there's that slow lift and flutter down that you can do, or there's an aggressive lift. But I think with these 150 gram jigs, with that bottom weight, that slow lift, and they really rip around in the water. They're pretty awesome. And can you see colour? Lift him up, mate. See if you can pick him up. Oh. Red bass.
How's that? They're a pretty fish, aren't they?
Oh, they're just a maniac thing. They are just a crazy, crazy fish. They look a lot like a mangrove jack, obviously. And then they're a no-take with the ciguatera poisoning that they can carry, so you've got to be a bit careful there. But he's taken a liking to that. Look, that's just a dead set bait fish profile metal jig. Handy things to have in your boat. Quick and easy to drop. Great way to prospect areas because they sink so fast. You can get down there and there's the result.
All right, mate, we'll
Spear
get
him,
off.
yeah, spear him in. Colour's just sensational. There you go, bud. Woof. He's gone. He's out of here.
How good's that?
Oh man, that was a bite. Holy cow.
Hit that spot lock.
Oh, whack. There's a bite. Come on.
He's still there.
Yep. Got him on. Oh, come on, son. Carla, what do you got, mate? Oh, what is it? Tomato cod.
Trout.
There we go, Guesty. Oh, yeah. Hey, don't leave me hanging, brother. Oh, I want to see what I've got. That's a cracking trout. Jimmy, get down here. What sort of trout's that one?
That's a common trout. What a ripper. Hey, nice straw, beautiful colour. Mate, awesome fish. Well done.
Thank you.
What's Guesty got?
Oh, yeah.
Just hold everything there for a minute. Just wait on a minute.
Make sure he's hooked properly.
Yep. He's
Don't
well
lose
hooked.
that one, because then you will start swearing.
Before you guys get excited there, for a second, have a look at this. Yes. Oh, I had that bite. You know that bite you get where it just goes clunk. I went, oh, and I pulled out of a fish, and then the next drop, dropped it back down. Beautiful red emperor. Hold that. What? How is that? That is not the way to hold your fish.
just
have a look at that. Now, if you're a really good social media young person, you would do this. You go forward, and I'll just go like that. See, and I've got a tiny red emperor, and you've got the big coral trout, but it's not actually like that. I've got the big red emperor right there. So Mate, they're a cool looking fish, aren't they, Red Emperor?
That is a classic Queensland, North Queensland pair of fish, guys. That is as good as it gets on the reef, eh, really?
Trout, Red Emperor. And
How good is it?
both exceptionally good eating fish, and we will keep both of these fish. Coral trout, if he's any bigger than that, you probably start to think about letting him go with ciguatera. Is that a bit of an issue?
Yeah, definitely. The size limit on him's 80 centimetres.
Yep.
So, you know, he's well under that, but, you know, anything sort of over 60 or 70 sort of, you know, starting to get a little bit, yeah. But he's a perfect size fish.
Look at you, smiling like a split watermelon.
Now that's a cracking catch. If you've been catching some ripper fish lately, then send your photo into our Alfab's Cracking Catch competition at the Real Action Facebook page. To get you hooked up every week, we're giving away a Penn rod, reel and line combo, an awesome Ocean LED underwater light, along with some great gear from Valvoline to keep your marine engine and trailer lubricated.
Well, I've got to tell you, there's an absolute brace. Beautiful big Red Emperor and a cracking coral trout. You've been watching Real Action. James Forster, Michael Guest, Roy, better known as Andrew Symonds, but we'll stick with Roy, and Jack Nolan. Been fishing the deep water off Townsville. What a cracking day. We have got about 65 nautical mile run home, and it's time to do it. What do you reckon?
You're going to have to
Mate,
get into
I
it.
think I beat you. I think I've just dusted you there, Roy.
I'll swap you a fillet. You want a bit
Oh,
of...
we can do that too.
If you want more tips, tricks and behind the scenes stories, check out the Real Action Fishing Podcast.